This is the duck we're making today. I'm starting this project by repeating a rough version of my original sketch on the wood. I can then use it to slim down the top part where the head and neck are going to be. Then I can make the sketch complete again and start removing wood from behind the head and the neck. By making a slightly more aggressive cut at first, I'm able to create a good place to hold on to while making rough cuts to the opposite direction. This helps a lot because otherwise it can be difficult to hold on to the few centimeters of wood that are available. After that, it's time to turn the piece of wood around again and use different cuts to define the basic shape of the back of the neck. All we need for now is an angle like this. Next, we'll round the edges from the front and sketch again. Using the sketch, it's now easy to define the basic shape of the curve that runs along the forehead and the top of the beak. Then we can sketch the side profile onto both sides and merge them like this, which will give us a good idea of the area that needs to be carved off. Here you can see the variety of cuts I'm using to get the job done. It also helps a lot to slim down the head, neck and chest slightly more. Then I'm making these sweeping cuts using the tip of the blade to better reach the tight space underneath the beak. Because I'm using both hands anyways with these cuts, I found it easier to carve the other side by just switching my knife hand. Switching to your non-dominant hand might seem strange, but with the support from the other thumb, it's making these initial cuts, in my opinion, very manageable. The next step is finalizing the head shape. You'll get pretty far by just making everything smoother and more symmetrical. For this, making small and careful cuts is the way to go. Alternating the cutting direction helps with smoothing places like inward curves where it's otherwise harder to make clean cuts. A key feature here is that the top half of the head is narrower than the bottom half. However, I suggest using reference images to help with the carving. Now there's only easy stuff left. With a quick sketch, I ensure that the rest of the duck's body will be good in terms of shape and proportion. Along the way, we can use the same method as before and sketch the area that needs to be removed. The wings are easier to carve now that I still have some extra wood to hold on to. Just draw the edge and carve it away with a small sweeping cut. After that, we can make some larger feather-like patterns on the edges of the wings like this. Then it's time to finish the tail. Before the final step, I'm still making a few adjustments. The chest was slightly too wide and the underside of the head had a few rough spots. If something seems off with your duck, it can help to look at a variety of reference images to try to spot what's wrong. The final step is the eyes, and they can be carved like this. Make sure to mark their spots before carving or they might end up uneven. Pressing and twisting with a pointy stick like this helps with finalizing the eyes.